New York Army National Guard. The New York Army National Guard is a component of the New York National Guard and the Army National Guard. Nationwide, the Army National Guard comprises approximately one half of the United States Army available combat forces and approximately one third of its sports organization. Coordination of various state National Guard units are maintained through the National Guard Bureau. The New York Army National Guard maintains 57 armies, 21 field and combined sport maintenance facilities, and 3 Army aviation support facilities. New York Army National Guard units are trained and equipped as a part of the United States Army. The same ranks and insignia are used, and National Guardsmen are eligible to receive all United States military awards. The New York Guard also bestows a number of state awards for local services rendered in or to the state of New York. The New York Army National Guard is the division of the Army National Guard, and although they are under control of the state, they can be federalized and will remain aligned with the federal government over the state government if required to requirement of two conflicts history. During the American Revolution, New York City was occupied by the British 1775-17 to 1773-83. Many of the military companies existing prior to the war were broken up and enlisting in the continental services. In 1786, the militia was established. The agreement in New York City were ISAAC Strogan Bridge, First Regiment, Merosis Lewis, Second Regiment, Aaron Burr, Third Regiment, Richard Virak, 4th Regiment, Susbitain, Boomans, New York City Register of LD. America Civil War. Before the creation of the New York Army National Guard, the state of New York mobilized a number of militia requirement for short terms of services in the Union Army during moment of the crisis in the area American Civil War. The militia requirement that New York mobilized included Second Regiment were New York State militia effective hired into volunteers such as the 82 New York volunteers infantry register New York National Guard infantry. 4th Regiment National Guard Infantry was raised on June 18, 1863 and for 30 days services in response to Robert E. Lee's invention of Pennsylvania in June of that year. It surveyed in Pennsylvania and was mustered out of services on July 24 to 24, 1863. 5 Regiment National Guard infantry was raised on June 18, 1863 and was for 30 days services in response to Robert E. Lee's invention of Pennsylvania in June of that year. It serviced in Pennsylvania and was hired out of services on July 22, 1863. Second, 6th Regiment National Guard Infantry was raised on June 1863 for 30 days services in response to Robert E. Lee's invention of Slovenia in June of that year. It serviced in Baltimore, Maryland, as part of the garrison of that city as Mayor of Services in July 22, 1863.